Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you this browser extension that I've been working on called Nav, which brings Vim style keyboard navigation to the web. So starting off, how it works is you can go to some web page, and if you press F, it'll toggle these hint labels, and then you can type what's in the label to basically click on that element. So KJ would bring me here, and then I can just use it like normal, like me at the zoo. Like that. I can also clear the input like this, and then I can click on a video by pressing F again and then typing in that. And there's also this watch mode feature, so if I press W, I can full screen it, I can unfull screen, I can pause, unpause, I can turn on looping, I can also like mute the video, unmute it, I can turn off captions, turn them back on, etc. And then you can press F, you can see all these things here. And all of these things here you can have mapped. So there's also like these navigation for scrolling as well. So J goes down, K goes up, Shift G goes to the bottom of the page, and GG goes to the top, and so on. And you can also press Shift F to open something in a new tab. So Shift F here. It only recognizes links as well. So yeah, that goes all in a new tab. And then there's more things, like you can copy the current link. You can even copy an image like that. Copies an image. And then there's also like history, like Shift H goes back, and then Shift L goes forward in your history. And then there's also this find mode. So there's a couple modes. There's the hint mode, there's the find mode, and there's watch mode. So I already showed you watch mode, but find mode is just activated when you press slash, and then you can type in something, and then press enter, and then you can press N to go next, or Shift N to go previous. And you can also press these buttons down here as well. And then you can just press escape to exit out of it. And also all of this is like you can configure, and it also has syntax highlighting, and it'll give you like error messages as well. And there's also like documentation for all of this, so as you can see here. And then moving on, there's also you can activate or deactivate the extension on certain pages by clicking here on the puzzle icon and then pressing exclude, and it'll add a new rule. And for this, basically you can even allow or disallow certain actions only on that page, as specified here in like this documentation. And there's also a whitelist mode. So when you're on whitelist mode, it basically will include here, and by default everything is excluded. So it's kind of like the opposite of blacklist. So if you only want to include navigation on certain sites, you would use whitelist. And then moving on, there's also like more customization, like this activation indicator, which you can choose the color of. Basically, when you like, let me turn this back on. Let me get rid of this, and then it should work. Yeah, so when I like activate on something or click on something, it gives that yellow outline, so you can configure that. Whereas, yeah, here, and you can change the color as well, or turn it off. There's also this char set, character set. This is basically which characters from the keyboard that the hint labels will use. So I have it set to this. You can also choose the minimum length. So I have it set to 2 at least, so it's like consistent. And then there's also, you can avoid certain character combinations, like these double letters or these characters, which are hard to press, and some other stuff. And then there's also these directives, which will basically, you can define a directive and like the key it is. So this will consistently, if it like recognizes a share button or like a login button, or a home button and so on, or like an upload button or attach, it will always use this hint label. So then you don't need to like try to like look and figure out which keys to press. So as you can see, like if I press F here, IU is like, and then OI is dislike, SH is share, You can see SI is sign in, KJ is the this thing, like WE is the sidebar, and then SD is this home button as well. And yeah, and then you can also edit the CSS for the hints. So this is like the default configuration. And yeah, so it's pretty customizable in that aspect. And then you can also save your config, and then you can export it and import other configs, you know, to quickly set them up on different machines. And all of this has like documentation like on this page. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.